Hi there, Nameless Queer here. I am just laying in bed, enjoying the last few days I have before I am newly employed. I'm really excited about that. I feel like this is my first official real job. It's not like AmeriCorps and um, other stuff, but it brings up other issues. I read over like all of the uh, manual, like the employment, like the employee's manual, just to like read up and see what the rules are and whatnot. See what I'm, you know, up against, or not really, but just so I know what my boundaries are and whatnot. But yeah, it made me think about like I've never been to like I've been in spaces that aren't queer specifically, but I haven't been in spaces that aren't queer specifically that aren't organizing. But then, I don't know. So, this is going to be a new experience of like being in the world, in the real world, quote unquote, the real world. Or rather, the slightly less queer world. Because I feel like, from my experience so far, this organization is partially like a lot of the folks there seem pretty queer. Their manual talks about like life partners and like partner like benefits and like bereavement or whatever, not bereavement, whatever, like grief periods and stuff. So I'm really excited about how queer their policy seems to be. I haven't read all of it. Um, I'm just also worried, like, what is it? What is it gonna be like for me? I've never like worn a suit every day. So weird. It's gonna be a different thing, you know. I need to. Is it gonna be confusing if I ever feel like? I feel like I've also just been like experimenting with my gender a lot. Um, Life, right? Experimenting with my gender, and so, what if I ever want to wear like a skirt or like a dress? Is that gonna be a problem? I guess maybe it could be. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Um, yeah, and like then I started thinking, wait a minute. Like I guess like from my resume, I'm pretty queer and I'm pretty trans. Um, like my resume is like, hey, yeah, I'm a big queer mo. Do you know I'm a big queer mo? Just letting you know, queer mo. But maybe it's not so obvious like the trans stuff. But people, or at least people who are like doing the financial end of things, will figure it out because you give them your social security, and for some fucking reason, like your birth name comes up always, all the time, forever. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a definitely very interesting experience, and I'm gonna be learning along the way and experiencing things that like other people have experienced that I've heard about, but that I just didn't know firsthand about. Um, so that's gonna be real interesting, I think. Um, Also, so yeah, like in terms of like gender things, I've also just been like really questioning. Within the last what year or 2 years. Since before I was on T, I started feeling comfortable enough to like start painting my nails and stuff, and now I'm like comfortable enough not to paint my nails black. Although homage to like Freddie Mercury, love him to death. Um, but yeah, like other colors are pretty. Yeah, look at this. Look, I did it myself. Super cute. Rawr. But anyways, purple, love it. Favorite color. So yeah, I think I've been thinking about my gender and how I identify and how like it's hard to not be binary. Like sometimes I feel in my head that I either have to be like a femboy or like a butch woman because I'm somewhere in between there. Like I'm somewhere in that area of the world, right? Um, in terms of gender, but I'm like I don't identify really as a man. I don't identify really as a woman. I probably identify more as a woman than I identify as a man, if that sounds strange. But it's just because of like my life and like the things that I've experienced and like how I was raised and whatnot. Um, but then now I'm all like, oh, I have all this like male privilegey things that I'm not always completely aware of, but that I should be work more towards being aware of and intentionally using in like a constructive way. Um, and I feel like I'm not yet there. I'm trying to figure this out, but not sure. And like, I feel like a douchebag, like honestly, wanting to be sometimes in like women's spaces or and recently being like, I identify as or just pseudo like I identify as femme, and is that okay? Is that not okay? I don't know. Um, I don't know, and like not really quite feeling accepted in the femme world, which is like okay, I guess, because femme. I understand that femme identity has been like one to like reappropriate or reclaim femininity for women. But like I don't know. I want to reclaim my own femininity as someone who was assigned female at birth, but like never felt comfortable with it until recently. I don't know. But there's a lot of problems in there, I'm sure. I'm sure there are. I need to keep thinking about it. That's what I need to just keep thinking about it, talking about it with folks. Um, yeah. I've been dating. My dating life is fabulous right now. Yeah. I've met some pretty amazing people. Anyways, yeah. Smiling a lot about that lately. Yeah. And so, giggle, giggle. Okay. Um, yeah. I don't know. And so, yeah, I guess those are some of the things that are on my mind as I move forward in the week. Anyways, if anyone has any more questions for me, or any questions for me at all, feel free to ask them. I will totally answer them to the fullest extent that I can possibly in my heart. Okay, bye.